Lineup as the DH batting third and wearing number 22. The shortstop, number 24, Brody Gibson, will bat in the cleanup spot today. The 5-hitter will be Anthony Rosario, the first baseman, wearing number 25. Cole Lepchitz, number 8, the second baseman, will bat 6th. Darshawn Broadwater will bat 7th, playing left field and wearing number 11. The number 8 hitter today in the lineup, Cortland Kilo, wearing number 28 and playing third base. And finally, the right fielder, Darius Baldwin, rounds out the starting lineup, wearing number 23 and batting 9th. We will get to the fielding for the Tigers in a little bit, but first, take a look out in the field for the Bruins as we get things started in this top of the first inning. The outfield from left to right will feature Kevin Acosta back in the starting lineup and also back out in the field for the first time in a couple of weeks, dealing with a hamstring issue, but is ready to go today. He'll start out in left. The center fielder will be Jake Rubesic, and out in right, Carlos Rodriguez. The infield from third to first will feature Big Kevin Greenwood playing at third today. Emmanuel Carujo playing at short. The second baseman will be Michael Bullard. And though, again, I think we're all kind of not exactly holding our breath on that one. Just about ready to go, though, as we get set for the top of the first inning here at Mando Field in Moxville. Batting from the left side of the plate will be Alex Urban to lead things off for the Tigers. Tigers just 9-13 on the year, but have made some improvements over the last couple of weeks as the first pitch on the way from Reynolds is in there for a called strike one. The issue throughout the season for this Bruins team has been control on the pitcher's mound. Bruins did a much better job of that last week, despite not winning any of those three. With a leadoff single to get us started. And now Trace Wooten, the catcher, puts him behind Owen Walker to see the leadoff single. As the wind picks up a little bit out in the outfield, whipping around again from right to left. Check over on Urban at first, who's back safely. McDaniel playing the DH role today. Will be followed by Brody Gibson. Waiting in the on-deck circle. 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball up over the top. Runner takes off for second, throws a little bit wide of the bag, and Urban is able to get in there safely. So that'll move the count to 1-1 at the plate to McDaniel. Urban got a late jump on that, but the throw from Padilla behind the plate was a little bit to the left of the second baseman Bullard and wasn't able to get the tag down on Urban. A better throw might have got him. Instead, now that takes the double play off the table for the Bruins and puts a runner in scoring position for the Tigers. 1-1 the count at the plate as McDaniel steps out. As we're just underway in this top of the first of 2 games today here at Mando Field in Moxville. 1-1 pitch on the way. Skied in the air to left. Kevin Acosta in left field, now called off out in foul territory. Now out in the outfield. As Reynolds, working from the stretch, comes set and delivers the 1-2. Swung on and popped up again. This one on the infield should be playable for Carujo. Wynn playing tricks with it a little bit, but he's under it and makes the catch. Second out of the inning now, as McDaniel records. Breaking ball's up high, makes it 2-0. If Gibson can reach, Anthony Rosario would bat for this Tigers team here in the top of the first. With Alex Urban down at second, had the leadoff single. 2-0 pitch is up and in, make it ball 3. So the count now 3-0 at the plate to Gibson with 2 outs. In a scoreless ball game as the Bruins await their first opportunity at the plate in the bottom of the first. by Reynolds. Puts Gibson at first. And now Anthony Rosario will bat. Rosario hitting from the right side, comes to the plate here with 2 outs in this top of the first. And runners at first and first pitch on the way from Reynolds. Big swing and a miss from Rosario for strike 1. So 0-1 at the plate to Rosario in this top of the first. As Reynolds again takes a look down at second. Runner takes off from second. Throw down to third, not in time as Urban is in safely. And now moving over from first to second as well as Brody Gibson. And now the Tigers with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Doesn't change the equation a whole lot if you're the Bruins here in this top of the first. Still need to focus on getting the hitter at the plate. But certainly a base hit now will be likely to score at least 1, if not 2 runs. As we have time on the third base side as Alex Urban steps away. And now it looks like we're ready to go as Reynolds back to the set with the 0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. That actually makes it 2-1. As that previous pitch on the steal attempt by Urban was a ball. So 2-1 the count at the plate to Rosario. As Reynolds comes home with the fastball. It's popped up in foul territory down the right field line. Giving chase is Binkard. Not able to catch up to it, though, as it drifts over the fence and out of play. So that'll bring the count even at 2-2. As Reynolds trying to get out of this top of the first with no damage done. And now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit back up the middle for a base hit, and that's going to score at least 1. Urban comes home to score. Here comes the runner from second. The throw is going to be up the line a little bit. That's going to allow 2 runs to score, and now Rosario's headed down to second. So a 2-out, 2-run RBI single from Anthony Rosario puts 2 runs across. And it's 2-0. In favor of the Tigers in this top of the first. Still 2 outs in the inning with a runner at second now as Reynolds. First pitch fastball in there on the inside corner for strike 1. Cole Lepchitz, the batter. Plays second base out in the field today for this Tigers team. As Reynolds takes a look over at second. Fastball's in the dirt, though, make it even at 1-1. The Tigers generating offense with 2 outs in the inning as Reynolds comes home with the 1-1. Chopped foul back behind home plate. Makes it 1-2. And for the second time in the inning, Reynolds a chance to get out of this inning now with the Tigers down to their final strike. If Lepschitz can reach, Darshan Broadwater would bat as well, as Lepschitz fouls that one off the face mask of the home plate umpire and back to the screen and stays alive at 1-2. So 2 runs across in this top of the first for Stillman College, courtesy of the 2-out RBI. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit out into center field. Coming into shallow center field is Grubesic. Squeezes it, and the side is retired. But not before the Tigers take advantage with the runners on base. They put 2 across in the top of the first. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors out in the field for the Bruins. Half an inning in the books from Mando Field in Moxville. It's 2-0 in favor of Stillman College, with the Bruins coming to bat in the bottom of the first after this on the Bruins Sports Network from Carolina Sports Live.
Piedmont International University invites you to an evening of worship with the Vertical Worship Band. Vertical Worship in concert Friday, February 16th, 7 p.m. at TRIAD Baptist Church in Kernersville.
Holy
An evening with vertical worship, Friday, February 16th, hosted by Piedmont International University. For tickets or more information, visit piedmontu.edu. Piedmont.
2-0 in favor of the Tigers as we move to the bottom of the first. As the Bruins come to bat for the first time today, Carlos Rodriguez will lead things off. Get you the rest of the lineup in just a moment as the first pitch on the way from Vowell is outside and low for ball one. Carlos Rodriguez, the right fielder, wearing number 4, will lead it off. Jake Rubesic, the center fielder, wearing number 6, will bat second as the 1-0 pitch is low and outside for ball 2. Kevin Acosta will bat third, playing left field wearing number 21. Kevin Greenwood will bat cleanup today, playing at the third base spot and wearing number 52. As the 2-0 pitch on the way from Vowell. Low and outside for ball 3. Also in the lineup today, Josh Binkard, batting in the number 5 spot, playing first base and wearing number 41. Jesus Padilla will catch wearing number 77 and bat 7th as the 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike 1. Michael Bullard and Emmanuel Carujo round out the starting lineup for the Bruins today. As Carlos Rodriguez at the plate, ahead 3-1, but now the count is 3-2 as he fouls that one off and out of play to the right. Take a look at the fielding in just a moment for the Tigers. As Carlos Rodriguez has now run the count full against Vowell. Payoff pitch is in the dirt for ball 4, and the Bruins have the leadoff man aboard. That'll bring up Jake Rubesic as we take a look at the fielding for the Tigers. From left to right across the outfield, Broadwater, Urban, and Baldwin. And then on the infield from third to first, Kilo, Gibson, Lepchitz, and Rosario. Wooten behind the plate. McDaniel again is the DH, and Sean Vowell as the starting pitcher today, the big righty for the Tigers from Stillman College. So Carlos Rodriguez is aboard at first with a leadoff walk, showing bunt, and then Rodriguez caught between first and second, leading a little bit too far ahead. Rodriguez hoping to be able to beat the squeeze play, but ultimately is tagged out for the first out of the inning. So the Bruins with some base running troubles. That's been another theme that has popped up in recent weeks. And the Bruins right off the bat get caught with it as Rodriguez, leaning away from first, is picked off. Jake Rubesic, the batter for the Bruins, waiting for his first pitch from Vowell. Thought he was coming to the plate with the leadoff man aboard. Instead, the base is empty with 1 out as the first pitch fastball is outside for ball 1. Now the 1-0. That one up and in, make it 2-0. So Vowell with some early trouble throwing strikes. Fortunately for him, his defense bailed him out on the previous sequence where Rodriguez, who reached with a leadoff walk, was picked off the first. 2-0 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss on the high fastball from Grubesic, make it 2-1. So 1 out in this bottom of the first with the Bruins trailing by 2. 2. And Vowell winds and delivers. Fastball in the dirt, make it 3-1. So now the payoff pitch on the way from Vowell. Fastball's up and in for ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Vowell to lead the game off. Carlos Rodriguez, though, was picked off at first. We'll see what Grubesic does as Kevin Acosta will make his first appearance at the plate. Acosta, who's been dealing with a hamstring injury, played in 2 of the 3 games last week, came on as a pinch hitter in game 1 against Toccoa Falls in a late game situation, and then also played DH in the 3rd game of the series last Saturday, but getting his first action in the field in a couple of weeks. Comes to the plate here, hitting from the left side against Vowell with a runner at first and 1 down. First pitch on the way as the runner takes off. Throw down to second is going to be in time. So twice now, Bruin runners have been thrown out on the base paths. Pitch was in there for a called strike. And so now 2 outs in the inning, and Acosta facing an 0-1 count at the plate. So 2 walks issued by Vowell and 2 runners thrown out on the base path. For the Bruins, and Acosta at the plate with nobody aboard and 2 outs, and now behind 0-2. Infield back on the grass over its and now the 1-2. Got a late swing on it to DaCosta, but just did get a piece of it to stay alive at 1-2. As Acosta steps back in from the left side. 1-2 pitch. Hits Acosta on the shoulder, and that'll be the third walk issued of the inning by Val. on the Bruin Sports Network from Carolina Sports Live. Back here at Mando Field in Moxville as we move to the top of the second. The Tigers from Stillman College from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, putting 2 across in the top half of the first inning. After a couple of 2-out hits. Since then, though, the Bruins had an opportunity, but were not able to move the runners across as the starting pitcher Vowell for them, issuing 3 consecutive walks to start the game. 2 of them, though, picked off on the base paths as we move now to the top of the second. First pitch on the way from Reynolds is low for ball 1. As we get back to action, Darshawn Broadway. A lot of dip on that curveball that time from Reynolds, buckling the knees of Baldwin. And Reynolds quickly hit 0-2 as Kilo leads away from first. 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball's up and away, make it ball 1. So the count now at 1-2 to the plate to Darius Baldwin. Here in this top of the second with the Tigers already on top 2-0. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and chopped off the plate. So that'll keep the count at 1-2. And we'll keep Baldwin at the plate. After Baldwin, we're going back to the top of the order. Alex Urban, who led the game off with a single and came around to score the first run of the game. On and hit hard down the line, and last port to catch that one. That is gone. That was an absolute rocket. Hit by Joshua McDaniel. Turned on that one and drove it out of here over that short. Short porch and left. And just like that, the Tigers reestablished the 2-run lead. They now lead it 3-1, courtesy of the solo homer by Joshua McDaniel. Kevin Acosta out and left, just to give you an idea of how well that ball was hit. Did not even move out and left. He knew that was gone the moment it left the bat. So 3-1 our score as the Tigers lead off the top of the third with a home run. And now Brody Gibson will be the batter. First pitch on the way is up high for ball 1. Now the conference on the mound is over. And Anthony Rosario will be the batter, stepping in from the right side with a runner at second and nobody out in this top of the third. First pitch on the way is a curveball, a little bit low for ball one. Rosario, who had the big hit in that top of the first, the two-out double, which drove in 2 runs. Comes to the plate here and hits this one hard towards short. Carujo ranging to Carujo. And now runners at the corners and nobody out on what will be recorded as a single for Rosario. And now Cole Lepchitz comes to the plate with nobody out and runners at the corners. And the Tigers threatening to blow this game open early. First pitch on the way from Reynolds is the runner. takes off from first. Ball is in the dirt. Padilla not able to find it, but it doesn't get far enough away to allow the runner from third to score, as Gibson will stay there. But Rosario will head down to second, uncontested. And now runners at second and third with still no. For ball two. No action yet in the Bruins bullpen. Action continues in the Tiger bullpen down the first base side. Two-0 pitch. Swung on and chopped foul off to the left. Brings the count to 2-1 to the number 6 hitter, Cole Lepchitz. Lepchitz ended the first with a fly out. Big swing and a miss at the break. Kilo, who walked in the second but was left stranded. First pitch from Reynolds. A little bit low for ball one. Again, the bullpen stays After Kilo, Darius Baldwin will be the batter, and then again back to the top of the order. See if Kilo has the take sign on 3-0. As Reynolds, working from the stretch, comes home. On the outside corner for strike one is Kilo taking all the way. Brings the count to 3-1. We'll see now if Reynolds can work his way back. 3-1 pitch on the way is hit hard down the line and left, but drifting foul. As now the bullpen for the Bruins begins to stir a little bit. But now the count has gone full at 3-2 at the plate to Kilo, who hit that ball a ton, but foul. Now the payoff pitch from Reynolds. Swung on and hit softly foul off to the third base side. Just did get a piece of it, did Kilo. Now another payoff pitch coming from Reynolds. Pitch on the way. Swung on and chopped towards third. Going to be the runner, Lepchitz, and he is in there, and he will score. Greenwood hit the dirt, maybe as he planted his foot. You worry maybe he turned an ankle or something. That'll be charged to Greenwood. But another run comes home, and Greenwood now clutching at his knee, and you hope that, again, he didn't just plant awkwardly and not be able to get his weight under him as he comes. Maybe buckled that leg a little bit, but he'll get a seat on the bench. See now who will come in and place him third. Looks like it'll be Colin Geyer. Move over. First for the out. So Baldwin is retired, and now 2 outs in the inning, but back to the top of the order for the Tigers and Alex Urban, who is 1 for 2 already today. Takes the first pitch, breaking ball up high for ball 1. Urban singled to lead off the game on and hit hard down to the right, trying to make the play from his knees is Carlos Rodriguez, who slipped, but still able to get the glove on it. Makes the catch and retires the side, but the damage is done. 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error in the field for the Bruins, and 1 left aboard. As we've now played 2.5 here in Moxville, our new score, it's Stillman 6, the Bruins 1, with the Bruins coming to bat in the bottom of the 3rd after this on the Bruins Sports Network from Carolina Sports Live. Acosta swings and misses at the first pitch he sees and falls behind 0-1. 0-1 pitch on the way is in the dirt. Acosta, who was hit by a pitch in the first, but then was left stranded at first, making his second plate appearance as the 1-1 pitch, a little bit inside for ball 2. 2-1 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss from Acosta. Not able to green by keeps the count at 2-2. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss. So Acosta retired on the swinging strikeout. And it will be Colin Geyer who will be the pinch hitter in place of Kevin Greenwood. Geyer coming on in relief at third of Greenwood, who left the game with a knee injury in the previous inning. We'll see if he can get moving as he makes his first plate appearance here in the third. Stepping in from the right side is Geyer. Long wind and delivery on the way. One 0 pitch on the way. In the dirt and bounces up and away. So that makes the count 2-0 at the plate to Binkard with 2 outs in the inning. 3-0 the count at the plate to Binkard, trying to reach with 2 outs in the inning. 3-0 fastball is in there for a called strike 1. Fastball up and away for ball 4, and the Bruins have their first base runner of the inning as Binkard negotiates a walk with 2 outs. And that'll bring Jesus Padilla to the plate. Padilla, who grounded into a double play in the second, making his second plate appearance. If he can reach, Luis Rodriguez will bat as the first pitch is in the dirt from Kilgore. Action now stopping in the Tigers bullpen, so they're content to let Kilgore. Padilla got a good piece of that one and drives it into left field for a base hit. And now the Bruins in a little bit of business with runners at first and second. Still 2 outs in the inning, though. Luis Rodriguez will be the batter. Luis was the first of 4 consecutive walks in that second inning. The Bruins to put the run of the game on the board. We're also going to get a 100 at first for Padilla. Carroll, the freshman from Salem, Virginia, will run it first. So Padilla back out with outs. Carroll at first. Binkard at second. Luis Rodriguez, again, like we mentioned, with first of 4 walks issued by Sean Vowell in the second inning for the Bruins. That allowed the Bruins to score their only run of the game so far. First pitch on the way. Fastball's in the dirt for ball 1. If Rodriguez can reach, Michael Bullard will bat to McDaniel. 1-0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball got away from Dothard. Up over the head of Padilla. Makes it 2-0. So 1 down in this top of the 4th with the Bruins trailing 6-1. Dothard with a big deep breath. Called strike 1. Makes it 2-1 at the plate to McDaniel. Who again started that big 3rd inning for the Tigers with a solo home run to left. And now the 2-1. Breaking ball again gets up and away from Dothard, make it 3-1. Dothard fought back from the 3-1 to get the leadoff man Wooten with the strikeout. We'll see if he can do that again here. If not, McDaniel will be aboard, and then Brody Gibson will follow. Three-one pitch on the way. Low and in the dirt for ball 4. So McDaniel aboard with the walk. And now Brody Gibson, who doubled and came around to score, comes to the plate for the third time today. Also walked back in the first, so is yet to be retired by a Bruin pitcher. Will run down at first for McDaniel. Gibson steps in from the right side. First pitch on the way from Dothert is hit hard down the left field line, and that is going to be a fair ball. Rounding second and headed for third is going to be Hatch, and Hatch will stop there, and it's a double. For Gibson. That ball maybe just bounced off the chalk down there in the left field line, as that was very close to being a foul ball. second and third, and the only reason that Hatch did not score from first on that was that he had to wait to see if that was a fair ball or not. At the plate now is Anthony Rosario, who is 2 for 2 today. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off out of play. The inning that scored 2 runs and also singled in the third. for the Tigers, who now lead this one 8-1. For called strike one, evens the one. Back-to-back extra base hits for the Tigers with one out in the inning. Have increased this lead to 7 at 8-1. With a runner at second and only one down. 1-1 pitch, curveball in there for called strike two. And the count now at 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss at the curveball. Second strikeout of the inning for Dothard in his debut appearance for the Bruins. Now 2 outs in the inning, and Darshawn Broadwater will be the batter. A little bit more action in the Bruins bullpen. Can't see who it is. Try to get that to you here in just a little bit. At the plate, though, again, Darshawn Broadwater, 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout. Takes the first pitch ball in the dirt from Dothard. Carujo at second, with the count now 2-0. Get a base runner, but not able to do anything with it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left aboard. We played 4 complete here at Mando Field in Moxville. Still 8-1.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills, because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
Is our score as we move to the top of the 5th inning here at Mando Field in Moxville. Game number 1 of 2 on the day between the Bruins from Piedmont International and the Tigers from Stillman College visiting from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Braxton Dothard out for a 2nd inning of work as we move towards the bottom of the lineup for this Tigers team. In fact, the number 9 hitter Darius Baldwin will lead things off. And then we'll go back to the top of the order. Alex Urban and Trace Wooten will be the batters. And if anybody can reach, Josh McDaniel would hit as well. 8-1 our score as the Tigers have had at least 2 runs in every inning except the 2nd. 2 in the 1st, none in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Dothard back out for a 2nd inning of work, making his debut appearance for the Bruins. Struck out 2 hitters, but also surrendered the 2 runs. And we'll see if he can keep the deficit at 7 as Baldwin steps in, hitting from the right side. Baldwin is 1 for 2 today, singled in the 2nd, grounded out in the 3rd. Takes the first pitch ball here from Dothard to lead this at bat off. One 1-0 pitch is a fastball up high. So make it 2-0 at the plate to Baldwin. As the big lefty Dothard winds and delivers the 2-0. On the outside corner for strike 1. Now the 2-1 pitch showing bunt. Did get a piece of it, did Baldwin, but not able to bunt it into fair territory. So the 2-2 pitch now on the way from Dothard. Swung on and hit hard into left. This one is back to the wall, and it is off the wall. Acosta plays it off the wall, quickly gets it into the cutoff man, over to second, in time to get Darius Baldwin. Terrific, terrific job out there in left by Kevin Acosta. Quickly realized it was going to be up over his head, played it off the wall on a hop, quickly got it into the shortstop, Carujo. So at the plate now as they go back to the top of the order, Alex Urban hitting from the left side. Urban 1 for 3 today, singled to lead off the game in the 1st and has grounded out twice in the 2nd and the 3rd. Takes a 1-0 fastball on the The outside corner for strike one here. Evens the count at 1-1. As action begins again in the Bruins bullpen. Breaking ball. One-two pitch on the way, a little bit off the outside part of the plate this time. Makes the count 2-2 at the plate to Urban. Now the 2-2 pitch. A little bit outside, brings the count full at 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way from Dothard. Hit into left field, sinking fast, but Carujo able to make the play just on the So Urban is retired for the second out of the inning. Now 2 outs. And Trace Wooten will be the batter. As Dothard winds and delivers the first pitch inside for ball 1. Wooten is 0 for 3 today, flew out in the first. 3-0 the count at the plate to Wooten. As the pitch on the way, it's up high for ball 4. And Wooten is aboard with a walk with 2 outs in the inning. And that's going to move us into the popped out back and walked in the 4th. Is behind 0-1 here. And Strothers, the freshman from Fairfield, Alabama, down at second now on the stolen base. In scoring position as Dothard trying to keep the Tigers off the scoreboard here in the 5th. Good lead away from second for Strothers. Long look in for Dothard, working from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball in there for a called strike 2. So Dothard ahead 0-2 against McDaniels. Now the 0-2 pitch. That one in the dirt. Brings the count to 1-2 with a runner at second.
2-1.
The Bruins trailing by 7 at 8-1. Trying to keep it at 7 as Dothard working from the stretch with a 1-2 count at the plate to Dan McDaniel. Pitch on the way. That one in the dirt as well. Not able to get McDaniel to chase at it. Now the count is even at 2-2. Douther with a look down at second. Now comes home with the 2-2. Breaking ball is low and away for ball 3. Field for the Bruins, as that'll go as another error for the Bruins. And that'll move the count to 2-1 at the plate to Gibson. So 2-1 at the plate to Gibson with 2 outs in the inning, and another run across, and a runner still at second. Say he did not go around, so that'll bring the count to 3-1. Actually, I guess they'll say he did go around on that. Didn't get the usual demonstrative call from behind home plate, but that'll make the count 1-2. Evens the count at 2-2. So Douther again has the Tigers down to their final strike. Lost McDaniel at 0-2. Let's see if he can get Gibson here.